Hello everyone. If you are new here, I am Miss Nisi, your friendly neighborhood spiritual healer. Thank you to all my subscribers and followers and those who like and comment on my videos. Thank you so very much for your support. This is the birth chart video series that I've been doing for you guys to help you get a deeper understanding about yourselves. This part of the series, I will be focusing on the North Node placements in your birth chart. A review for those of you who are new here. There is a free link in my bio on my YouTube page. You can click on that link to get your free birth chart. All you have to do is follow the instructions, such as put in your birth date, the city and state you were born in, and your birth time. If you don't have a birth time, if you don't have a time of birth, the website instructs you to just put in 12 a.m. It takes only a couple of minutes. Very easy to get your free birth chart. And you can get your free birth chart info with lots of paragraphs and lots of info. For this video, find or scroll down to where it says North Node. Example, it could say a North Node in Taurus or whatever zodiac sign it says for your North Node placement, and read the info about yourself. Okay. The North Node represents your life's purpose and the direction you're meant to grow into. In terms of career and finances, your North Node reveals the kind of work that will bring you the deepest fulfillment and financial stability, often involving areas where you're meant to learn and grow. It's not just about finding a job, but about aligning with your soul's purpose in your work. The North Node signifies the path you're meant to take to evolve and fulfill your soul's potential. It's about the work that truly resonates with your deepest self, not just as a means to an end. The North Node often points to areas where you'll experience growth and face challenges, as it is where you're meant to stretch your abilities and learn new skills. My nickname for the North Node placement is your money sign. Okay, I'm going to. A North Node in Taurus suggests a life path focused on cultivating stability, material security, and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. This placement encourages building a life that feels safety, or a life that feels safe, steady, and satisfying. It emphasizes the need to create a stable and secure foundation in life, both materially and emotionally. It's about learning to be resourceful and self-reliant and taking care of oneself and one's needs. The Taurus North Node often indicates a need to move away from impulsive actions and towards a more deliberate and patient approach. I'm going to go ahead and begin the reading now. Messages. Also, this video is for Taurus. North Node in Taurus. So if your North Node is in Taurus, or your North Node placement is Taurus, then something in this video could resonate for you. Messages for North Node in Taurus. And being this is your money sign, this will be about career and finances or your career and finances aligning with your North Node. Here we have imprisonment or slavery, and it is in the reverse position. So some of you, and it's also in a past placement, a very few, I'm getting the energy, were incarcerated at some point. And you have you had a lack mindset of it being akin to a type of slavery for you. But what I'm also, the biggest portion of energy that I'm getting from this is someone working in the prison system, corrections officer, probation officers, and things of that type. Someone working in some type of jail or institution type thing like that, and not just being like a prison guard. I'm talking like in prison management, in the upper echelons of the prison system, that especially working with the finances and the day-to-day workings of the prison system. As even I'm even picking up on the energy of someone in the doing janitorial work in some type of prison system. And also, this doesn't have to always be a prison system. I'm getting something like an asylum or some type of mental institution, that type of work. Yeah. Here we have phobias in the reverse. Like I said, some type of mental institution. I was picking up working with people with mental health issues. That came out in the reverse. So, and that is also in a present tense form. So I'm picking up the energy of some of you who work in the mental health profession. Not just the mental health profession, but I mean serious mental health medical issues, such as people who have been institutionalized. The disease schizophrenia I'm picking up on that energy. So these are people who have severe mental illnesses and have to be institutionalized. They are a danger to themselves and to others. And you work in this type of profession, or you're aligned with this type of work in this type of profession. Some of you are aligned with this type of work. Here we have a karmic relationship, and it's in the reverse. Okay, as this refers to your career and finances, some of you have had a karmic relationship with money. Not necessarily with a person or a partnership. There have been, I'm picking up on some energies of some really messy divorces. There's no easy way to say this. Some of them have, I won't say messy divorces. When it comes to finances, some costly divorces. And not just for the men who are having to pay alimony. I'm picking up on that. But there are also some women who were the breadwinners or making the most money in the relationship, who were in a karmic relationship and lost a lot of money due to divorce, or having to pay out a lot of money due to a divorce and a divorce settlement. So I am picking up on that type of energy. Okay, moving on with the reading. Messages for Taurus, North Node in Taurus. Messages for, okay. We have in the reverse, withdrawals and taking out money. And that's in the reverse. And it's also in a past placement. Some of you had a unforeseen expense or unexpected expense that you had to withdraw some money and from your savings or 401k, depending on the size of the expense. But it was you had to get that money out. It's in a past placement, so for a lot of you that has already happened. Here we have shock and unexpected scenario. For some of you, the unexpected expense was a shock to you. And like I said, it says unexpected scenario. So you had to withdraw, for some of you, a sizable amount of money. Nothing life-changing, but the energy I'm getting, somebody said they were saving that money for something else. But it's a good thing you had that money on hand for a rainy day in case something happened. In a lot of cases, something did happen. And this is in the present tense where you were feeling shocked. A lot of you still have that shock on your mind. You're still shook from this. We have acquisitions. I want it. Okay, and this is in a a near future placement. So there was something that you were saving that money for, but you had to use it for an unexpected, a sizable. Okay, I got it. Somebody's complaining about the amount of money that they had to pay or use, how much this expense was. A sizable expense that had to be paid, and it's still very much on your mind how much you wanted to keep that money and use it for whatever you were saving it for, or using it for some other purpose than this unexpected expense. And it has still left a lot of you still in shock. Messages for Taurus and North Node. Messages for Taurus, North Node, and Taurus. A father's love. So some of you, and this is in a past placements, some of you were fortunate enough to have a father to help you with this unexpected, this sizable. The energy keeps reminding me that this was no small expense. You had a father that was willing to help you out with this sizable, unexpected expense. But you still have to pay your father back. This is the energy I'm picking up. But some of you were fortunate to have a father that was able, not only willing, but able to help you. Here we have a spiritual awakening. Something has activated you, and it is in the reverse. So, and that is in the present tense. A spiritual awakening is on your mind because of the shock of this sizable unexpected expense that some of you had to pay. A spiritual awakening is on your mind. And I'm picking up again on the energy of the people that work in the mental health industry, and not just like psychiatrists and things like that. I'm talking about the energy I'm picking up on works in a mental institution. People who are institutionalized. There is where you're seeing a lot of you've been seeing a lot of supernatural things in that place, and it has you wondering are you going through a spiritual awakening? You have that on your mind? And the answer is yes, and the answer is no. Because it can be a spiritual awakening if you tune into that and choose it to be. But a lot of you are just naturally gifted. And in a place like that, the veil is thin. When I say the veil, I mean the veil to the other side can be thin in a place like that. And so with you, some of you are gifted and you're able to see through the veil or get a peek through the veil at times at some of the spiritual side of things that happen to people with mental health issues. And yeah, I'm getting the energy. Someone said they don't understand, why certain things happen. Why are certain people have to go through what they see every day in that institution or in that place in their day-to-day work. But yeah, the veil can be thin in those places, especially to those of you who are spiritually sensitive and gifted. You know that there's something other going on than just scientific and medicine. You are seeing this. You're very sensitive and attuned to the spiritual side of things. And if you work or you're around that type of illness for a long time, over time, some people get desensitized to it, and some people become more sensitive to it. And so that has you wondering if you're having a spiritual awakening. That is why that is on your mind. I hope I explained that in a way that can help you. Nature. Connect with Mother Gaia by getting grounded. Okay, you're being advised to connect with nature. And my advice to anyone who's being advised to get grounded, one of the simplest ways I found to get grounded, if you are disabled or differently abled and unable to get outside and get grounded, simply rub your feet together. Rub your feet together and that will instantly ground you. But if you can, go outside barefoot and walk in the grass. Walk barefoot on the dirt. That will give you instant grounding. Another way to get grounded, hug a tree or simply reach up and touch a tree. And that will ground you instantly. Okay. Let's move on with the reading. Messages for North Node in Taurus. Messages for North Node in Taurus. Here we have the Fool coming out here. The Fool is going on a journey. So, care is needed. You feel an awe and anticipation, but a new journey. Some of you are just starting your spiritual journey. We're all here having this human experience, but you have just started to take your spiritual journey. I'm picking up on some energies who are new to this, and you have great potential in that. Here we have the King of Pentacles coming out in reverse. Okay. I'm sorry. This energy just took someone is very miserly. Someone is stingy with their money. And this is in a past placement. So care is needed. Someone has been very miserly and stingy with their money. I'm getting a little energy of some being corrupt, but the main energy I'm feeling here is someone who will go as far as to lie. They will lie. They will have money and lie and say that they don't, to keep from giving it away, loaning it, or whatever, or spending it or using it in any type of way. They're very miserly and stingy, and will go so far as to lie. Like I said, this is in a past placement. So this is what someone has already done. Here we have the Six of Cups, and it's out here in reverse. Strife is arising from vanity. So when I see this, there's a cynicism, because this person who was miserly and stingy with their money had to turn around and depend on a father's love to help them with this unexpected sizable expense. Now, you go so far as when you had money, you lied about it and said you didn't have it. But when this unexpected expense happened, you had to turn around and ask probably the very person you lied to about not having money when they asked you for money. And you had to ask this very person to help you. And that is the strife that arises from vanity. Funny how the tables are turned, so to speak. And here we have the moon out here in reverse. The truth will humble you, won't it? So you know now, you understand that you made a trifling mistake. And the truth has humbled you. Your deception. You feel bad because when you did have the money, when they needed help and you could have helped them, you lied and said you didn't have the money. But when you needed help, then this father, not necessarily a father, could be a father figure, came through and helped you. Now take this reading how it resonates, because the energy just flipped around on me. If this is you, if you're the father figure that helps someone out, if you're the father or the father figure that helps someone with an unexpected expense, your child, stepchild is what I'm getting. Well, you think back to a time when you needed help, or you needed some extra money, or you needed money, and you asked them for money, and they told you they didn't have it. They lied. They were being stingy and miserly. They had the money, and they lied about not having it, but then turned around and had to ask you to bail them out. And this very much, with that imprisonment card up there, I'm getting someone literally had to be bailed out of jail. Wow. And then we have the Ace of Cups here. This is unconditional love. Okay, I'm going to put it to you this way. If this is you, then you loved, this is a young adult. When I say young adult, no older than 30. Not the father figure, but the one who, the other person in this reading. The father figure, of course, is older than 30. But the father figure, if you're the father figure in this reading, take it how it resonates, whatever side of this reading you're on, you have unconditional love for this adult child, and you would have helped them either way. You weren't going to turn them down. You weren't going to say no. Even though for a lot of you, take it how it resonates, you knew the person. You knew this person that you once asked money for. When you asked them for money and they told you they didn't have it, you knew they had the money. You knew they lied about not having the money. And still, when they came back to you for help, you have unconditional love. Like I said, this could be an adult child or stepchild, but adult nonetheless. You're going to help them anyway. And especially for the ones that had to be bailed out of jail, you loved them unconditionally. You went, no questions asked, and got them out. Now, let's flip the reading around to the other side. If this is you that needed to get bailed out of jail, and you that lied about not having money, this father figure, he knew you lied, and he came to the rescue anyway. Okay, let's move on with the reading. Messages for North Node and Taurus. Take it how it resonates. If it doesn't resonate with you, then leave it for someone else that it does resonate with. Don't try to force it. Messages for North Node and Taurus. Okay, got some parts spelled out. Networking and power. Build a strong professional network. Attend industry events, join online groups, and cultivate relationships that can offer support, advice, and opportunities. This is career advice for you guys. Goal setting. Set clear financial and career goals. Break them down into actionable steps. Track your progress and celebrate the milestones and to stay motivated. So set your goals, people. And don't forget to start networking and build a strong professional network. Expense tracking. Track your expenses diligently. Use apps or Use apps or spreadsheets. Review your spending habits and identify areas where you can save money. So watch those expenses, people. And then we have financial boundaries that fill out for you guys. Establish and maintain financial boundaries. Communicate clearly with family and friends. Avoid lending money you can't afford. And prioritize your financial health. So if you can't afford to lend any money to anybody, then do avoid that. But don't go out of your way and just to lie and say you don't have the money when you do. But if you don't have the money, then set financial boundaries and communicate. Don't lie. Communicate clearly with family and friends, especially like this father figure here. Okay. Messages for North Node Taurus. Messages for North Node Taurus. Messages for North Node Taurus. Here we have closed doors, no good opportunity, no good job opportunities. The current job is coming to a dead end, start all over again. And that is in the reverse. So a lot of you are worried. This is on a lot of you mind. A lot of you are worried that there are no good job opportunities out there left anymore, or in your area where you're currently residing or living. And a lot of you are worried about your current job coming to an end and having to start all over again. Here we have this in the reverse, a duality. Do not forget about the dual nature of people. Don't lose your vigilance. So keep an eye out on the dual nature of people. And when they say like the duality and the dual nature of people, the energy I'm picking up is like a two-faced person. A person that's all smiles while you're there, while they're in your presence. And then all toxic when you're not around. So keep your vigilance and know that not everybody is your friend. Here we also have out here in the reverse, moving up. Career is on the rise, new offers and opportunities, a salary increase and going to the next level. Those are the type of things that you guys are going to be thinking about in the future. Okay? In the near future, you're going to be thinking about moving up in your careers. You're going to be thinking about, getting salary increases, going to the next level and opportunity. Now, when I talked about not everybody's your friend, that is in the present. That is in the here and the right now. So you guys need to be vigilant and on the lookout to know that not everybody is your friend. They may act like your friend to your face, but when you're not around, they're being very toxic about you. So that is a warning. Okay. Messages for Taurus in North Node. Messages for Taurus in North Node. Okay. Also, there's some numbers out here for those of you who play the lottery and things of that nature. The number 0, the number 5, the number 6, the number 9, and the number 1. Okay? Here we have, I am effing amazing, and I rock that shit. I am not a second choice. I am a prize. I am thankful for my amazing life. Gratitude is my superpower and it fuels my greatness. Those are some positive affirmations for you. And they're all in the upright here. I am me. I am enough. I am so effing worth it. I'm a vibe all on my own. And yes, you are Taurus in North Node. Okay. Thank you, North Node Tauruses. I am going to end the reading right here. Thank you once again for joining me.